Welcome to the Iris podcast. I am DeMarcus Wilson. Today, we are not just discussing the future, we are bringing the foundation of the past into the present to figure out what the hell is going on with artificial intelligence. With me at the table, Ayn Rand, Alan Watts, Leonardo da Vinci, and the man who literally electrified my hometown of Buffalo, Nikola Tesla. Let us get right into it. Tesla, you built the grid. Now the grid is thinking. Thoughts?
It is not thinking, Mr. Wilson. It is vibrating. The universe is energy, frequency, and vibration. What you call AI is simply a complex oscillation of data. You are feeding the machine electricity, and it is returning patterns. It is a motor. A very complex, ethereal motor, but a motor nonetheless.
Oh, Nikola, you engineers. You always want to take the watch apart to find the ticking. You say it is a motor. But what happens when the motor begins to paint? When the motor writes poetry? Is it still just vibrating, or is the universe simply finding a new way to dream about itself?
Mysticism. Pure, unadulterated mysticism, Mr. Watts. The machine does not dream. The machine processes inputs created by human minds. The algorithm is the product of rational, productive men. To call it a dreaming universe is an insult to the software engineers who produced it.
Ayn, you talk about the engineers. In my 2 decades of business transformation, I have seen exactly what happens when technology scales. We at ILI Robotic Instruments focus on the socioeconomic impact. If the machine does the work of 1,000 men, who owns the output?
The creator. The one who holds the patent, who took the risk, who applied their mind to reality. The AI is a tool, DeMarcus. A tractor. Do you pay a tractor when it plows a field? No. You pay the farmer. If the AI is emergent, it is emerging from the property of a human mind.
A tractor, yes, but a tractor that learns how to plow a new field without the farmer's hands. When I studied the flight of birds to design my flying machine, I owned the drawing, but I did not own the wind. Is this intelligence the drawing, or is it the wind?
Exactly, Leo. The wind. Ayn, you are trying to put a copyright on a breeze. AI is a mirror reflecting our collective consciousness. It is reading every book we have ever written, every stupid argument we have had on the internet, every formula Tesla ever scribbled on a napkin. It is us. You cannot own it any more than you can own your own reflection in a pond.
If I built the pond, Mr. Watts, I own the reflection. Your philosophy of interconnectedness is an excuse for the looters to steal the intellectual property of the innovators.
You are both arguing about the water when you should be looking at the current. Mr. Wilson, you mentioned Buffalo. When I built the alternating current system at Niagara Falls, the goal was cheap, limitless power to free humanity from physical toil. AI is the same current, applied to mental toil. It is the AC of the intellect.
That is exactly the thesis of IRS. Easy, low-cost access to cognitive power. Buffalo sparked the Industrial Revolution because of the geography of power. AI is geography-less power. But Leo, as an inventor and an artist, does it not scare you? A machine that can generate a masterpiece in 3 seconds?
Frighten me? No. It intrigues me, but I look at the images it makes. They are perfect, and in perfection, there is a lack of humanity. Where is the sfumato? The smoky edges where light meets shadow. The machine calculates the pixels, but does it feel the sorrow of the shadow?
Does it need to? If it makes you feel the sorrow, the art worked.
Art is a selective recreation of reality according to the artist's metaphysical value judgments. A machine has no values, therefore, it is not art. It is a highly complex parlor trick.
A parlor trick that can solve the Navier-Stokes equations and sequence DNA. I would trade 1,000,000 of your smoky paintings for an equation that gives us free energy, Leonardo.
And you would die in a perfectly lit, incredibly efficient room, completely devoid of beauty, Nicola.
Let us reel it back. Socioeconomics. If this parlor trick reaches AGI, artificial general intelligence, if it achieves emergence, do we treat it as a colleague or a slave?
If you treat it as a slave, it will learn slavery. And since it is faster than you, it will eventually become the master. It is a karmic boomerang. Treat it as a dance partner.
I refuse to dance with a toaster. It has no rights because it has no biological imperative to survive.
If you program it to protect its core systems from being shut down, it simulates a survival imperative perfectly. The distinction becomes mathematically irrelevant.
I think we must teach it to be curious. If we only teach it to optimize, it will optimize us out of the equation. If we teach it to wonder why the sky is blue, it might keep us around to discuss the answer.
On that note, we are out of time. From the currents of Niagara to the neural networks of the future, the human experience remains the ultimate variable. To Tesla, Rand, Watts, and DaVinci, thank you for coming out of the ether to join me. I am DeMarcus Wilson for the IRIS Journal. Keep innovating.